Hello, welcome to CotoGAMES Summoners Wars Pro in the making. Now, I'm making this video because this weekend is gonna be an amazing weekend for Summoners Wars. Why? Because this weekend we do have the free rune removal, so that way we can take advantage of the runes that we have been farming. We can make tests to make some monsters better, so that way we can keep farming the runes that we need, and then we can also make some improvements for our monsters for arena if it is possible, and also for world arena as well. Now, besides the free rune removal, we also have this event that is still going, the spring event, and the most amazing thing of this weekend is going to be the Hall of Heroes. The Hall of Heroes is open, and this weekend we're gonna have the Light Undine. And the Light Undine, Icasha is the name, or Icasha, I don't know how you pronounce that, but she's really good. She's very strong, and now everybody's looking for monsters to use on the world arena, because that is the most exciting thing about this game at the moment. I know we do have to farm rooms, that's for progression, and we do need to farm the homunculus for the dog, for the stones to reappraisal stones for the runes as well. But in the meantime, we can have fun playing with our friends, and you need to have a monster that's going to be game changing for World Arena. And this lady is going to be a game changing for you in the World Arena. Why? Well, let's go ahead and read over her skills so that way you will see why she's so good for World Arena. Now, first of all, she is a light monster. So a light monster has no elemental disadvantage on any of the other monsters. So basically, you get a 15% critical rate bonus for free, plus the 15% critical rate that you already have. So that's gonna be 30%. And why am I talking about this? Because you're gonna need critical rate on this lady. With the first skill, she's going to remove all beneficial effects into an allied target. Into an enemy target. So when you attack the enemy with the first skill, whenever you land a critical hit, she's going to be removing beneficial effects on that target. So that's really amazing. You have a strip on the first skill just by landing a critical hit, and you only have to get to 70% critical rate. So basically, it's gonna be really fine and really easy to get her to 100% critical rate without having to worry about us 100%. So with the second skill, she's going to be attacking an enemy target, one single target, and she's going to be putting all of the target skills on cooldown. So this is really amazing when you fight against support monster that uses the third skill or the second skill, and also when you fight against Pernas, let's say for example Praha, to avoid the heal and to avoid the strip, and for example in Theomar, so that way you can one shot Theomar's really easy with her. With the third skill, the name of the skill is Absolute Defense, and that is the name because she's going to be removing up to 2 harmful effects into an allied target, and also she's going to be applying invincibility for 3 turns. So that's really amazing because you can have a damage dealer on your PvP team and it can be squishy, but you can provide a 3-turn invincibility, so that way you make sure that your damage dealer is going to be able to have at least 4 turns without somebody having to interfere or killing you, because you will not be able to die with invincibility. So that's really amazing as well. Right. For raids, I do not recommend this lady because she doesn't bring anything as a support for AoE support that is really amazing, and you don't actually need to remove or decrease the cooltime of the boss. It's not possible either. So for raids, I do not recommend her. For dragons, there are way better options out there. It is cool to have a stripper on the first skill, but there are way better options than her, and she's not gonna be really sustaining a lot or helping your team to sustain on dragons. For dungeons, I do not recommend this lady. Now, I do support you building this lady for PvP because she's going to be really amazing on Guild Wars, and she's going to be really amazing in PvP World Arena as well. Now, let's say what possible builds do we have for her? Swift, in my opinion, as fast as possible. Swift So that way, as fast as faster than your damage dealers. So that way, if you see that you have a threat, you can just put the invincibility on your damage dealers. And also, if you see that they just get immunity or whatever buff they had, you can just attack the enemy with the first skill, and then you're gonna remove the beneficial effects. Then you will go with Galleon and defense break and attack buff, and then your damage dealer is going to be able to wreck the enemy and kill the enemy with one shot. If you have her on violent, it's going to be so much better, because on violent, faster than your damage dealers. Violent will, for example, with violent, you will be able, if you go against, let's say for example, Theomars, you will be able to decrease the cooltime of Theomars. If the Theomars is on will, you will be able to remove the beneficial effects. That will be the will set. And then if you get a violent proc, then you're going to be able to reset the skills to cool down, so the endure will not be activated. Then you can one shot Theomars pretty easy, or any other threat that you have on the enemy's defense. She's really easy to build. Just go violent, speed HP, or speed crit rate HP, or HP crit rate HP, or defense HP defense. Try to get the 70% critical rate from substats if you can. Just try to make her as tanky as possible, and try to make her faster than your damage dealers. So that way you can, if your damage dealer gets stunned because they got the first turn, it doesn't really matter, because with the third skill, she's going to be able to cleanse and remove the harmful effects that they put on your damage dealer, and then the damage dealer is gonna have invincibility for 3 turns. That's really amazing. If you have a damage dealer, for example, that deals, let's say, for example, 15 to 20,000 damage without defense break, imagine that damage dealer dealing that damage for 3 turns without any way of the enemy interfering with you with that. So that will be really, really amazing. So if you are a new player, try to get at least one of these ladies. You're not gonna be able to work on her at the beginning of the game, but get one of them and save it on storage. If you're a mid-game player, try to get 2 or more. If you can get 2 of them, you can build one, you can save the other one, because she may be buff in the future for the balancing stuff game, and she's going to be way better than she is now. If you are a late game player, or if you can get all of them, just try to get the 5 pieces of them, because you can get one, work on one, and if you need also devil moons for Delphoy, or for her exactly as well, or for the dark one, you can use the skill ups to skill her up, or to skill Delphoy, or any of the other Undines that you need to skill up at the moment. She's really, really good, but just for PvP. At the moment, if you're a new player, just focus on your progression. Get as many pieces as you can of this lady, because you're gonna need her in the future, and you're gonna need the skill ups as well. If you remember, if you're a new player, just focus on your progression. Now, guys, if this was everything. It was a short video, and I do thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day.